Exclusive news for Steelers Now. DeMarvin Leal of the Steelers wants to prove it to himself before anyone else after a challenging 2023 season. The Pittsburgh Steelers placed a high bet on DeMarvin Leal when they drafted him in the third round of the 2022 NFL Draft from Texas A&M. With meticulously laid plans for his development, T.J. Watt's injury disrupted all expectations, forcing the team to accelerate his integration into more prominent defensive roles than initially planned. Upon arriving in Pittsburgh, the plan was to start using Leal in interior positions on the defensive line while gradually training him for exterior roles. However, Watt's absence quickly forced the Steelers to change course, a shift that may have negatively impacted Leal's development during the 2023 season. Reflecting on his performance in that season, DeMarvin Leal attributed his difficulties to physical conditioning and insufficient technique. "It's all technique, just working on my technique," Leal shared in an interview with Christopher Carter of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. "Making sure I come back in better shape than last year and be technically sound. I feel like that's what failed me in my second year." Despite his robust 6'3", 283-pound frame initially, Leal has transformed his physique, now reaching 290 pounds while maintaining an athletic build. Considered a classic tweener in the Steelers' 3-4 defensive scheme, he possesses the ideal speed and stature for a defensive end but needs to solidify all his skills to become a complete player. With the 2024 season on the horizon, Leal's primary goal is to exceed the team's expectations and, above all, his own. "Just prove it to myself before anyone else, that's my biggest goal this year," Leal affirmed. "I need to make sure I can do everything they ask of me and get it done." If Leal meets the Steelers' expectations they had when recruiting him, he will further strengthen the team's defensive line and contribute significantly to their success in the upcoming season. "We all on this D-line have our techniques and skills, but at the end of the day, when we come together, we get the job done," Leal highlighted regarding the team's cohesion. Although his place on the roster isn't immediately in jeopardy, Leal is aware that he must impress coaches during training camp to secure his long-term future with the Steelers. Patrick Queen recognized as one of the top linebackers in the NFL. In an anonymous survey conducted by ESPN among NFL executives, Patrick Queen, linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has been highlighted as one of the top players at his position nationally. Queen ranks as the fourth best off-ball linebacker in the league according to the results of this confidential evaluation. This recognition places him behind prominent figures like Matt Milano, Roquan Smith, and Fred Warner, who lead the list in that category. The Steelers' decision to sign Queen to a 3-year, $41 million contract in March has stirred up excitement in the world of football. This strategic move not only strengthened Pittsburgh's defense but also dealt a direct blow to their divisional rival, the Baltimore Ravens, where Queen originated. Standing at 6 feet tall and weighing 230 pounds, this linebacker stands out not only for his explosive speed, demonstrated with a 4.5-second 40-yard dash time during the 2020 NFL Combine, but also for his versatility on the field. During his time in Baltimore, Queen amassed impressive statistics, including 133 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 6 pass deflections, proving to be an integral player both in defensive runs and pass coverage. AFC executives and the Steelers coaching staff agree that his ability to close plays and pressure the quarterback will be valuable assets to Pittsburgh's defense in the upcoming season. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has expressed enthusiasm about Queen's addition, highlighting his youth combined with experience gained in the league. Tomlin describes Queen as a player capable of handling any game situation, able to cover, tackle, and blitz, attributes he considers crucial to the team's success. Despite the acclaim, Queen faces criticism from some Baltimore media outlets questioning his ability to maintain performance without Roquan Smith, his former teammate in the Ravens. These doubts are shared by an NFC executive, mentioning that Queen could face challenges in zone coverage without Smith by his side. Nevertheless, the Steelers are confident that Queen will continue to develop as one of the central pillars of their defense, significantly contributing to the team's competitiveness within the division and beyond. The expectation is that his impact will be felt immediately and that his presence will further strengthen the rich tradition of linebackers for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This move not only holds sporting implications but also intensifies the rivalry between Pittsburgh and Baltimore, adding a new chapter to one of the most exciting rivalries in the NFL. With the upcoming season on the horizon, fans eagerly await seeing how Queen adapts and leaves his mark on the Steelers' history. What are your thoughts on Patrick Queen being recognized as one of the best linebackers in the NFL? Brandon Aiyuk requests trade from 49ers, headed to the Steelers? In a surprising turn this offseason, Brandon Aiyuk, the talented wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers, has officially requested a trade after failing to reach a salary extension agreement with his current team. According to reports from Mike Garafolo of NFL Network, Aiyuk and the 49ers have not engaged in negotiations since May, prompting the player to seek new opportunities elsewhere. Despite his desires, San Francisco's management has maintained a firm stance on retaining Aiyuk, as reported by Adam Schefter of ESPN. Despite attempts from teams like the New England Patriots to acquire the receiver, the 49ers have made it clear that they are not willing to negotiate at this time. Aiyuk, who seeks a contract equaling or exceeding the $30 million per year offered to Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions, has expressed his willingness to consider other franchises if negotiations with San Francisco are not resolved. In an interview with Ryan Clark on The Pivot, Aiyuk openly mentioned his interest in potential destinations such as the Washington Commanders and, notably for Steelers fans, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Clark, a former Steelers player, responded enthusiastically to Aiyuk's mentions of Pittsburgh, noting the team's need to bolster their wide receiver core. Currently, the Steelers face significant challenges at this position, making Aiyuk an attractive candidate to strengthen their offense. Aiyuk has also fueled additional speculation by publicly mentioning Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin on social media, showing potential interest in joining the team. Additionally, his connection with Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels, who was his teammate at Arizona State, adds an additional factor of interest to his possible destination. With an unresolved contractual situation and a clear desire to explore new opportunities, Brandon Aiyuk finds himself at the center of attention in the NFL market. The upcoming moves by the 49ers and continued interest from teams like the Steelers promise to keep this story developing throughout the offseason. DeMarvin Leal of the Steelers has a clear message for the 2024 season: prove it to myself before anyone else. After facing challenges in 2023, Leal is determined to solidify his place in Pittsburgh's defense. From his reflections on the past season to his meticulous preparation for the upcoming challenge, every step of Leal reflects his determination to reach new heights. Do you think he will become a key pillar of the Steelers? Don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive news, like, and share your thoughts in the comments.